And we're back. That was fast. All right, so once again, I was in LA. Now, so let's go to college football, shall we? Mm. All right. Um, get down here. Let's see where we're at. There we go. Okay. Now, New Year's Eve were the national semifinal games. All right. Number three TCU took on number two Michigan in the Fiesta Bowl. I did see a lot of that game. Uh, because it was back and forth, and like I said, I did see a lot of it. So Michigan Michigan really should have won that game. The problem is the interceptions. A couple, that had pick six, and then Michigan had turned the ball over like four times in that game. Michigan came back. That might have been one of those games that could have very well ended, 53-51, something like that. Did not. TCU held on. TCU beat Michigan 51-45. That was the first game. Now, I was on the West Coast, so for me, that game was played in the afternoon, late afternoon. All right, so I'm getting ready for New Year's. We're getting ready to walk out the door. Okay, and that game ends. We're getting ready to walk out, and that was about like 5:30 or so. All right, Pacific time. All right. Now, uh, the night game I did not see. Just keeping my eye on it because we were at a New Year's Eve party / birthday party. All right. Now, I checked the score now. Once again, this is like 10 o'clock. No, not 10 o'clock. Yeah, maybe. So this is like 10 o'clock West Coast time. Georgia's behind. So I texted my buddy, Sosby, who's been on the show before. I said, hey, what's going on with Georgia? He said they can't cover fucking Ohio State receivers. So apparently that was the thing. All right. Now, we're waiting to get into the venue. Georgia comes back. I was like, fuck, I got to pull this shit up on my phone. I don't give a fuck. All right, sports check. I got to pull this shit up. So Ohio State. So I see Georgia score a touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown. So Georgia's up 42-41. Ohio State gets the ball back. Ohio State's driving. Gets to the field goal. Text my buddy Sosby. I'm like, and Sosby's like, he's gonna make this. It's gonna be over. And boy, howdy, he fucking pulled the ever-loving shit out of that football, and that thing was way wide left. I saw a great meme of like Madden with the kicker with the arrow, and the arrow was pointing like way the fuck over here. It's like Ohio State kicker. Oh, that was great. I feel bad for the kid. That was a big field goal to man. He missed it bad. I mean, it wasn't even close. Didn't hit. Wasn't a heartbreaker. Not like he doinked it or double doinked it or or came up just a little bit short or he just shanked the shit out of it. It wasn't even fucking close. And I just started yelling, he missed it, because I don't like Ohio State. I don't like the Big Ten, really, to be completely honest with you. There's nobody in the Big Ten I fucking like. Don't like Ohio State, don't like Michigan. I do like Michigan State. Michigan State's okay. Don't like Purdue. I don't like Wisconsin. I just don't like Big Ten teams. So the fact that I got to end the year with both Michigan and Ohio State losing was fucking fantastic. That was amazing. Now, the other thing, they were playing, that one was in the Peach Bowl. They're in Atlanta playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, right? So, of course, they're on the East Coast. So, on the East Coast time, that game went to almost midnight. And it was great, and you probably saw this too on the internet, that the field goal synced up perfectly with the ball drop in New York City. So, basically, the countdown's like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's the snap. The hold. It's up. 2. He missed it wide. 1. Ball hits turf. Happy New Year. That was kind of crazy. That was just one of those things that just kind of fucking happened, but that was really fucking great. So they win the Peach Bowl. So that gives us Georgia, TCU. Now here's the thing. Michigan's not a bad football team. Michigan won the fucking Big Ten. Michigan's a damn good football team. TCU gave them everything that they could handle. All right, TCU put 51 points up on Michigan. All right, being 51-45. Georgia, now Ohio State, not a bad football team. Georgia struggled against Ohio State. They barely held on, won that game 42-41. Now, I'm from Texas. I was rooting for TCU. All right, they're up there in Fort Worth. So I'm sitting there going, I was like, so I'm rooting for them. I threw like $25 down on the money line because they were like plus three something. So like the $25 bet would have won me like $300. Okay, actually not that much, but 3 times 25, whatever. I mean, because it was a big. I think it would have went over like $100 or something like that on this thing because it was like plus 350. All right. So basically, if you bet $100, you would have won $350 for every $100 that you bet. Now, granted, I'm not going to throw $100 down, but I was like, yeah, I'll throw $25 down. What the fuck? All right. The spread was 13. I was like, fuck, I'll throw another $25 down the fucking spread. Because if they don't, whatever, I'll win my money back if they fucking cover, right? Or just almost win my money back because the cover spread is usually like minus 110. All right. So I'm just going to lose the juice. All right. Okay. So, it was close for 2 drives. I think it was 10-7 at one point, and then Georgia hit the gas pedal and they just never fucking let up. And that game was just played SoFi Stadium there in LA. After I left, by the way, I was not there for that. They won 65-7. The over in that game, the over/under in that game was, or I should say, the total in that game was 61.5. Georgia covered the over by themselves. Yeah. So it was just a bloodbath. But Georgia goes back to back. Long, short story long. So we get one more 14 playoff this season, 2023. National championship game in January of 2024 will be played here in Houston, Texas. I'm going to try and go. So we get the Final Four and we get the national championship game. I will be at the Final Four. I already have my Final Four tickets. Which, by the way, Final Four. Give y'all the Final Four of all the championship games that are out there. All right, World Series, Super Bowl, all this shit. National championship game, football, Final Four. Final Four tickets are the easiest for the public to get. All you need to do is you sign up for the little lottery thing. They usually do it in like June, after or maybe even. I think it might even be before that, but shortly after March Madness, is over. So about April, May, you can start signing up. Okay. Now you have to pay for your tickets in full. I will say too, though, that the tickets are not bad. They're probably $300 a piece, I think, maybe a little bit more than that. They don't kill you on it. Okay, just to let you know, I paid fucking. What did I pay? Standing room tickets for the World Series. And this is face value. All right, face value in Houston. All right, what I paid for face value, standing room was like $200. Okay, like 200, 250, something like that. Okay, and when I went to Game 7 of the World Series, I was sitting up in the 400s. I had a seat though. Face value was about 250. That's for one fucking game. All right, this gets you into all 3 games. You get 2 semifinal games and you get the national championship. So it really comes out to like $75, $80 a game. It's actually not that bad. All right, and like I'd pay like $100 a game. Like, you know what I mean? So if the tickets cost me like $300 a piece, like I do it. Okay. And that's about where they're at. They're I think just under $300 a piece. Okay. Now, granted, you're in a fucking football stadium watching basketball. That's the problem there. But if you just want to go to a Final Four game and you want to witness it, your seats might not be great, but you can get them. All right. They do the lottery, boom. But they have the most tickets that are on sale to the general public. All right. The reason Super Bowl tickets are so fucking expensive is because the Super Bowl only has 500 tickets to go on sale to the general public. That is it. And you have to do a drawing for that too. And you have to like mail it in and all that bullshit. Okay. And I haven't done it for the Super Bowl in a long time. I used to, but yeah, they've only got it's only 500 tickets. That's it. Okay. Because I think the 2 Super Bowl teams, you got to remember it's a 53-man roster or 55-man roster. I think what do you get on game day? Like 52 players, something like that. We'll just say 50. Let's just round it down. We'll just say 50. Okay. Oh, bye. All right. And so we'll just say it's like 50 players. All right. Well, each of the 50 players each of them on both sides. So you got 100 players. They each get 2 tickets. I mean, no, I'm sorry. They get more than that. They get like, I think, 20 tickets a piece for like family and shit. All right, so so 20. That's like 2,000 tickets right there. All right, staff gets tickets. Okay, so so all your coaches and everything gets tickets. Every NFL player in the league gets 2 tickets. So once again, you got 50 players on a team. There's 32 teams in the NFL. That's what a lot of 1,500 some players, and multiply that by this, like 3,000 tickets right there. All right, every coach gets one. And gets 2 pairs. Okay, the other, and then something like 50% of the tickets or whatever's left go to fucking corporate sponsors and shit. Pepsi and fucking Budweiser and whatever the fuck. So only 500 tickets for the Super Bowl go to the general public. Baseball, a little bit easier for a World Series, NBA championship, same way. Now, granted, if you got season tickets, you can get in. Yeah, no problem. You got to pay for them, but you can get them because you got season tickets. But as far as that goes, but if you can get them for face value, baseball, World Series isn't horrible if you can get them for face value, but getting them for face value is fucking hard as shit. All right, and then that's when you got to go to secondary market and you're paying out the fucking ass for it. All right, which I've done a couple times. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. But anyway, if you want to go, like I said, you're not gonna have to go to seats, but you're gonna be there. It's gonna be cool, and it's the easiest way to go. So hopefully I'll go to the national championship in Houston, but we'll see how it goes. All right. So there you go. All right. So that's that. So yeah, it was a horrible fucking game. It was a blowout. I mean, I stopped watching it, around halftime. It was a bloodbath. It was bad. Let's see. Baseball news. The only big thing with baseball is Carlos fucking Correa. As far as that's concerned. So Correa, of course, he had a 3-year deal with the Twins. All right, for $35 million a year, but he could opt out after each year. All right, so he had 2 opt-outs in it. All right, and so basically it was $35 million opt-out, $35 million opt-out, and $35 million. All right, and so of course he's opt-out the first year. Everybody knows he's going to opt out for the first year because Correa wanted a long-term $300 million deal, kind of like what Francisco Lindor got. Okay, now here come the Giants. Giants offering fucking 12 years or 13 years. 200, 300 and whatever the fuck $1 million it was. Okay. And the AAV, the annual adjusted value, basically what, if you break it down and average it out, what you're getting for which your, I don't know why they just don't call it your, annual, I guess that's right, annual average, I guess. So your annual average value. So what you're going to get, if you average it out, what you're getting per year. And it was like 26.5. Okay, so it was a little bit less as far as money per, but it was still $300 fucking million. So it was going to be guaranteed. Well, does the physical. Giants are worried about his leg, which Correa never had leg issues. He always had back issues. But he did break his leg when he was with the Astros in the minor league system. Had a plate put in. Apparently in September he got hit sliding in the second. He was still in the second, got hit. Had a little bit of issue with that. Okay, so whatever the Giants saw. We're like, do we really want to give this guy 13 years? Do we really want to give this guy this much money? So they basically didn't say anything. Scott Boras, Correa's agent, he's like, all right, well, we're going to go to the Mets because the Mets were talking to us. So what's his face? Is it Cohen, the guy that owns the Mets? Steve Cohen? He comes in. It's like, well, we'll fucking do it. You play third. Lindor will play short. They offer him $12 million. Or 12 years, excuse me. Basically, it's the same damn deal, just 1 year shorter, okay? And, of course, obviously, you take the $26 million and you knock it off the total value. So, it was basically the same AAV that he was getting, just like I said, 1 year shorter. And the Mets had the same issue. So, Carlos Correa ends up going back to the fucking Twins, and the Twins give him 6 years, $200 million. So he didn't get his $300 one. He didn't get his long-term deal. He only got 6 years. but his AAV did go up because he is getting $33.33 million per year. And there also are incentives in his contract where I think he can get up close to $300 million. Like he can get like at least like 250 over as long as he stays healthy and stuff. So he still has the potential to make that much. Which for me, we talked about this before. I thought that I would always go for the AAV. That's just me. Because if somebody's going to give me $200 million for 6 years, and I'm going to be making $33.33 million per year, I would probably take that over a 10 or 12 year deal in which I'm only going to get $25 million a year. Because with inflation and shit, like even if you're at the end of your career and you're like 36 years old, you still might be able to sign, unless you're a freak like Justin Verlander, but you still might be able to sign with somebody for 20, 25 million, 20 mil a year, and you can still get close to what you were going to fucking get with the lower AAV because, somebody you can get one more contract. So he's going to be 29, so he's going to be 35 when the contract's over. Somebody might give him a 3-year deal, 4-year deal before he turns 40. He might be a DH at that point, but he still might be able to get 20 mil a year, 25 mil a year in 6 years. You know what I mean? So, but he ends up back at the Twins. But if you're a Twins fan, are you pissed off at Correa? I mean, because basically Correa left the Astros. Basically the Astros were his wife. Because he came up. They were high school sweethearts. Basically, because he came up to the the minor league system. All right, they get married. All right, they have a nice relationship, and then the Astros say, "Well, babe, things just aren't working out. We got this younger guy that we're kind of looking at." And you're getting a little older, and you want a lot of money, and we got this guy that looks younger than you, and he's only going to cost us $700,000, and we don't know this, but it just so happens he's going to win the ALCS MVP and also the World Series MVP, and we're going to pay him $34 million less than you. Okay, So Correa's like, all right, well, since since I'm going to leave you, Correa's like, well, I'm going to leave you because you don't want to give me you're not giving me what I want anymore. So, got me a rebound girl up there in Minnesota. Minnesota's going to give me $35 million and give me all these opt-outs. All right, got my rebound girl. All right, sex is good, like it, all right, but it's time to get another long-term relationship. Here, who wants to propose to me, basically. Ooh, Giants. Ooh, hey, how you doing? All right. So they propose, and then they break off the engagement. And then Correa's like, well, fuck. Oh, hey, New York, how you doing? How you doing, New York? You doing all right, New York? Hey, New York, hey, baby, I'm up here. New York proposes. And then New York's like, yeah, we kind of have the same issues as San Francisco have. We're gonna pull our engagement too. All right. Or call off our engagement too. And then so Carlos Correa goes back to the rebound chick, basically being like, well, things weren't really all that bad between us, were they? I mean, we were pretty happy, right? And I mean, whatever. I mean, if you don't want to give me a biggest commitment, I understand. But I'll come back to you. And that's kind of what fucking happened, man. I don't fucking get it. I mean, I get it from Correa's perspective. I get it from the Twins' perspective. But from a fan's perspective, I'd be pissed. Well, you motherfucker. You wanted to leave. The only reason you came back was because nobody else wanted to give you anything. I mean, Carlos Correa's going to be fucking fine. Alright. Oh, shit. College basketball, we'll get into it when it gets to March Madness. But right now, just to see if I can run down the rankings here. But University of Houston is number one. Let's see. Oh, rankings. There we go. Let's just run down the rankings. Just real. I'll give you the top 25 here. U of H, University of Houston's number 1, Kansas 2, Purdue 3, Bama's 4, Tennessee 5, UConn 6, UCLA 7, Gonzaga 8, Arizona 9, University of Texas at 10, K-State at 11, Xavier at 12, and we'll just stop there. All right, and then Duke's down there too. But anyway, okay, we'll get into that later. Real quick, let's check on the NHL. I haven't been watching a lot of the NHL, y'all. I know, but we'll try to get it. We try to get to all the sports here on the Jolting Joe Sports Show. Let's check out the standings here. See who's doing good. All right, so in the Eastern Conference in the Atlantic, we got Boston Bruins 32-5. Very nice there. Followed by Toronto, and then Tampa, Detroit, Buffalo, Florida, Ottawa, Montreal. Then in the Metropolitan Division, you got Carolina, the New Jersey, the New York Rangers, the Caps, the Penguins, the Islanders, the Flyers, and then Columbus down there. Western Conference, Dallas. Hey, shit! I didn't even know Dallas was fucking doing well. I should be paying attention to this shit. Dallas leading the way. They're 25 and 11. Followed by Winnipeg, Minnesota, St. Louis, Nashville, Colorado. The defending champs are down. They're 20 and 17. That's not that great. And then Vegas is doing Vegas things. Vegas is 13 and 2, followed by the Kings, and then the Kraken up there in Seattle, Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver, San Jose, and the Ducks. NBA, I haven't been watching a lot of NBA, to be completely honest with you, because the Rockets fucking suck. They do have the worst record in the NBA currently, but let's give you some standings here. As far as that goes, Boston's leading the way in the East, followed by Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Philly, the Knicks, the Pacers, the Heat, the Hawks, and Chicago. So those are your top 10. Then that's going to be followed by Toronto, Washington, Orlando, Detroit, and Charlotte. Western Conference, Denver leading the way, followed by Memphis, New Orleans, Dallas, Sacramento, the Clippers, Phoenix, Golden State, still not great, the defending champions. So both the defending champions in the NHL and the NBA are not doing all that well. Just neither one of them are, but I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully the Astros don't have the same thing happen to them, which I don't foresee coming up this year. And the Rams fucking suck. The Rams missed the playoffs. Jesus Christ. So hopefully the Astros are okay. All right, hopefully the Astros make the playoffs. We'll see what happens here. And then you got Portland, OKC. The Lakers suck. LeBron's going to break the scoring record, the Kareem scoring record. And then you got San Antonio, and the Rockets have the worst record in the NBA. They're 10 and 31. They pretty much suck. Okay. Let's round this out. Going back to the NFL, let's go full circle. Real quick on the coaching carousel in the NFL. So right now, I believe there's 5 openings. So the Panthers fired Rule midseason, so the Panthers' job is open. The Denver fired Hackett in right towards the end of the season, so that job is open. And then Indy fired Frank Reich during the season, so that job is open. So those 3 are open. Arizona fired Cliff Kingsbury, and then the Texans fired Lovie Smith. So those are the 5 jobs that are currently open in the NFL. Now, looking at, let me go back to the NFL standings here because I'm going to see what the playoff teams look like here. I don't think anybody's really in danger of getting fired. Now, first of all, oh shit, who's the guy, coach of the Eagles? He's fine. He's not going anywhere. Pete Carroll's not going anywhere. Kyle Shanahan's not going anywhere. The only thing, Doug Pearson just got hired for the Jags. McDermott of the Bills is not going anywhere. The only thing, Dolphins coach I think is okay for another year. That Harry Potter looking motherfucker, whatever his name is, and I don't think Harbaugh's going anywhere. Bengals coach ain't going anywhere. So even if they fuck up, they're fine. Giants aren't going to fire Dable. Vikings, I think, are on their first year head coach, so I think he's safe. So really, out of all the playoff teams, and obviously Andy Reid's not going anywhere unless he retires. So we don't know. The 2 we don't know about is the Rams, because McVay may retire. We don't know, okay? With that one. So that job could open up. And then the only one with the playoffs teams is the Chargers. If the Chargers get beat by the Jags, Staley could be out. And I don't know. I got mixed opinions about Staley because that team does underachieve. They should be a lot better than they fucking are. But at the same time, and Staley too is like big heavy on analytics, and sometimes he does dumb stupid shit, like going for it on like fourth down from his own 40 or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, punt the fucking ball, dude. But chase points. Just don't do it. So as far as that goes, okay. Well, folks, that's almost an hour. I'm gonna let y'all go, but I think we're caught up. And that's pretty much it. So happy New Year to everybody, and enjoy the new year. Enjoy 2023. Enjoy football, the playoffs this weekend. Go Bills. Oh, covered the 13. Yeah, that's all I got. All right. Cheers, everybody. Have a fun one. We'll talk to you next time here on the Jolty Joe Sports Show. And also, find me on Twitter at JJ Sports Show 63, at JJ Sports Show 63. See you next week.